It was 4003 a.m. The world was asleep. Streetlights hummed outside an old apartment window. Inside, a young man sat in silence. No music, no phone, no noise, just him and the sound of his own breathing. He had no followers, no fame, no likes, just a dream, and the weight of knowing that no one believed in it but him. Every morning felt the same: cold coffee, tired eyes, the echo of doubt whispering in the back of his mind. Why are you doing this? No one's watching. But deep down, he knew something most people don't. Winners are built in silence. You see, the world loves to celebrate results, but it forgets the grind. They clap for the champion, but never for the lonely nights it took to become one. This is the secret most will never understand. While they watch the numbers, you must work on the habits. While they chase applause, you must chase consistency. While they compare, you must build. Because greatness doesn't start with noise, it starts with discipline. And discipline, my friend, is the art of showing up when no one sees you. Every rep that no one counts. Every word you write that no one reads. Every dawn you rise before the world wakes up, that's where destiny is shaped. He wasn't working for recognition, he was working for reputation, not the kind that others give you, but the kind you earn in the mirror. And in that silence, something powerful was happening. He wasn't just training his body, he was training his character. He wasn't just building skill, he was building steel. Because winners aren't born. They're built brick by brick, failure by failure, habit by habit. So when people ask, what's your secret? He just smiles because his silence has already spoken. That's where every great story begins, in the quiet, unseen moments that nobody applauds, but everybody envies once you arrive. Win quietly, build daily, repeat. He kept going, day after day, night after night, the same routine, the same silence, the same grind. And the world, it didn't clap. It didn't notice, because the world never celebrates the seed, only the tree. He posts his work online and watched the numbers crawl. 10 views, 2 likes, maybe 1 comment from a friend who'd forgotten to even finish the video. And it stung, because he thought effort guaranteed applause. But here's the truth. Effort doesn't guarantee applause. It guarantees growth. And sometimes, growth is invisible. Every time you show up when you don't feel like it, you grow. Every time you practice without results, you grow. Every time you fail but refuse to quit, you grow. That's how winners are built, in silence, in doubt. He learned that the process doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't care about your comfort. It demands consistency. While they watch the numbers, you work on the habits. When others slept, he was studying. When others complained, he was creating. When others doubted, he was developing. Because success doesn't respond to feelings, it responds to key faithfulness. And there were days he felt like giving up. Days when his heart whispered, I quote, it's not working. But then that same voice would echo back, keep going. It's building. See, most people quit at 99%. They stop just before the finish line because they can't see it yet. But silence means season.e. You plant in silence. You water in silence. You grow in silence. And then one day, you bloom in public. Because success doesn't arrive with an announcement. It arrives with a transformation. He wasn't trying to prove anyone wrong anymore. He was proving himself right. When everyone else was chasing perfection, he learned to embrace progress. When everyone feared failure, he treated it as his canvas. Every mistake, every misstep, every mess-up became brushstrokes in his masterpiece. That's how winners think. They don't hide from failure, they harness it. Because every time you rise after falling, you send a message to the universe that says, you can slow me down, but you can't stop me. And that's how the transformation begins. He was preparing to become .S, because the ones who build daily in the dark are the ones who shine the brightest when the light hits them. Win quietly. Build daily. Repeat. Then, one morning, something felt different. The air was still, but his spirit wasn't. He had the same coffee, the same quiet space, the same tired body, but this time, he felt stronger. Not because the world had changed, but because he had. It handed him something far more valuable, self-mastery. He had trained his mind to keep going when everything screamed, "I'll stop." He had built his strength in the dark so that when the light came, he was ready to stand in it. He used to think greatness was a moment, a breakthrough, a viral post, a single yes from the right person. But now he knew. Greatness isn't a moment. It's momentum. It's the rhythm of daily repetition. It's the quiet wins that compound into unstoppable confidence. It's the habit of showing up when no one is clapping. The ones who win quietly don't wait for the world's validation. They become undeniable. Every morning he rose before the world did. He was stacking victories no algorithm could measure. Every time he disciplined his emotions instead of letting them control him, he was proving he could command his destiny. He realized that the scoreboard doesn't define you. Your ex-standard does. Because while they're busy tracking likes, you're tracking growth. While they're chasing followers, you're chasing foundation. While they're watching numbers, you're building character.ish. And that's the secret that separates the legends from the loud. The loud make noise. The legends make impact. He had learned the language of true power, silence. The silence that builds confidence. The silence that births results. The silence that says, you'll see me when it's time. He didn't need to tell anyone what he was doing anymore. His consistency was the conversation. His progress was the proof. And when the breakthrough came, it didn't come like an explosion. It came like sunrise, slow, subtle, steady. The kind that doesn't ask for attention. They say, wow, he came out of nowhere. But he didn't. He came from the quiet, from every unseen hour, every ignored effort, every silent victory. And when he finally stood tall, when the world finally saw him, he smiled. Because the ones who rise quietly are the ones who last the longest. Because they were built, not bought. So if you're in the shadows right now, if no one sees your work, your effort, your grind, remember this. The seed doesn't fear the soil. It knows that the darkness is its birthplace. You are not being buried. You are being buried. Keep building. Keep becoming. Repeat. And then came the moment he had been unknowingly preparing for. A door opened. An opportunity appeared. Not because he begged for it, but because he became the kind of person who could handle it. See, life doesn't reward the loudest voice. It rewards the most ready heart. And he was ready. Ready because he had been faithful when no one was watching. Ready because he had learned that success isn't about luck. It's about layers.chi. Layer after layer of effort. Layer after layer of growth. Layer after layer of quiet, unshakable confidence. The world saw the results, but they didn't see the roots. The years of repetition. The mornings he didn't feel like it, but did it anyway. The nights he fought the urge to quit, but kept pushing. That's where real power is born, in the unseen, uncelebrated, unshared moments. Because the greatest transformation doesn't happen in front of the camera, it happens in front of the mirror. He looked at his reflection one morning and realized he didn't need to prove anything anymore. He didn't need to speak louder. His consistency had already shouted his name to destiny. And he smiled, not out of pride, but out of peace, because peace hits differently when you know you've earned it. He had learned the ultimate truth. The goal was never recognition. The goal was transformation. Every quiet day built his focus. Every setback sharpened his purpose. He didn't just win, he became a winner. And that's what I want for you. You don't need to post your progress, just make it. You don't need to talk about your dream, just live it. You don't need to prove them wrong, just prove yourself right. It will shine so bright that even the ones who doubted you will have to admit you didn't change suddenly. You grew silently, Daishi. So stop seeking noise. Start seeking mastery. Stop chasing speed. Start building strength. Because you were not designed to fade in the crowd, you were built to rise above it. And when you do, when your time finally comes, you'll look back and realize every quiet morning, every lonely grind, every thankless effort was preparing you for this S. You don't need to announce your greatness, just live it. Because the same hands that built your struggle also built your strength. So keep going, keep building, keep believing. Your time is coming, your moment is forming. And when it finally arrives, you'll be ready to rrise.us. Win quietly.